Hey everybody, it's Miss A and I am here with our recap learning video for today. Today's September 18th, 2017. So today in class we learned about lines of symmetry. And the standard that we needed to learn was that the students, it's 4G13, and it states that students are able to recognize lines of symmetry and draw lines of symmetry. So we're able to do those two things, recognize and draw lines of symmetry. So line of symmetry is a point where, so a line of symmetry is a point where you can fold, P-O-I-N-T, point where you can fold an object and it be equal on each side. Can fold object and each side is reflective. Is reflective, and what that means is they look exactly the same. So they look exactly the same. For example, if I have this shape, if I were to fold it in half, and this is if I could draw straight, if I were to fold it in half, here would be a line of symmetry. The right and the left are the same. They're mirror images of each other. I could also fold it here, and the top and the bottom would be mirror images of each other. So in lines of symmetry, we have that there are 0 lines, which means that it is not reflective in any way. There's 1 line of symmetry, and then we have more than one. So the students would also have to be able to recognize whether an item has 1 line of symmetry, no lines of symmetry, or more than 1 line of symmetry. So that's also part of this, is being able to recognize and draw those. So here's, for example, and this is what the students were given. They were given letters, and they were given pictures, and they were to fold these items to figure out and to sort them as to whether they have lines of symmetry. So if I were to take this letter in and I were to fold it in half, and I can manipulate it this way, that's the reason why I gave it to them, so that they could actually see it, and then eventually they'd be able to recognize it. If I fold this, you can see that it is not mirror images. There's a piece here that isn't here, there's a piece here that isn't here. So the top and bottom line of symmetry is not the same. And if I fold it like this, I can also see that it is not mirror images. So there is 0 lines of symmetry, and I can also try folding it like this, diagonally. So the letter N would fall under 0 lines of symmetry. This is like a T chart. And so the students, they were able to do that. Let's see here, what else do I have? Here I have a picture. This is a picture of a pumpkin or gourd. It's not holiday related, it's just a gourd. So if I were to fold this in half, you can see that it is not a mirror image. And I'll draw on this one just so you can see it, since it's all one color. You see, here's yellow here, and this is where the top part ends. So it's not a mirror image that way. Let's go ahead and try top to bottom. And you can see right here, it's not a mirror image. You can see top to bottom. So the gourd has 0 lines of symmetry. It has 0 lines of symmetry. Here I have a book. So I'm going to try to fold this book in half and see if it has lines of symmetry. So if I fold it in half like this, and I'm checking all my edges, and I see that it is perfectly matched. If I were to open it up, the right is a mirror image of the left. So here's 1 line of symmetry. Now I'm going to try folding it top to bottom. And when I fold it top to bottom, I see that this does not match. I can see here. So the top and bottom is not lines of symmetry. Let me try diagonally. Nope, diagonally. I can see that there's not lines of symmetry. So the book has 1 line of symmetry, right and left. So that is what the students had to do today. They should be able to recognize lines of symmetry and be able to draw them. So for example, they may see a heart like this. And they might have an image on their test where they're going to have to figure out for themselves whether it has a line of symmetry by drawing that line of symmetry. Now, if I drew straight, this would be a right and left line of symmetry. Obviously, this across horizontally is not a line of symmetry, but vertically is a line of symmetry. And they're looking for those words, vertical symmetry, horizontal symmetry, and diagonal symmetry. So they're looking for those. Now, the letter 0, or the number 0, or the letter, if I were to do it like this, the diagonal is symmetrical, as the opposite diagonal is symmetrical, as is the horizontal, as is the vertical. So the letter O, or the number 0, has more than one line of symmetry. Actually, the letter O has infinite lines of symmetry, but we only do 0, 1, or more than one. So the letter O has more than one line of symmetry. So that's part of what the students would have to be able to do today. They will see images on this as well, and they will have to be able to identify and draw just as I did here. All right, that's our recap video for our learning for today. Hope that helps everybody. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe.